Hello, and thank you for checking in to the Neutral Zone Hotel, an unapologetically left-leaning podcast exploring hockey at its best and worst. My name is SJ, my pronouns are they, them, and I am a Seattle Kraken, Everett Silvertips, and Seattle Torrent fan. I am so pleased to welcome you to the Neutral Zone Hotel. Here to ensure your stay is a memorable one, my colleague Emily.
What's up, everyone? I'm Emily. They, she. I am a Colorado Avalanche, Buffalo Sabres, and general PWHL fan.
So today, we wanted to talk a little bit about Olympic ice. Oh, it's so exciting. It's the most wonderful time of the every 4 years.
Who knew that ice rinks were such a mystery and a challenge?
They so are. They so are. I remember when they were building my very first year watching hockey, they were rebuilding Climate Pledge Arena, the former site of Key Arena, and the ice rink was not done yet before the start of the season. I think they had to start on the road by a couple of weeks, and basically the paint was still drying during the home opener. And I remember the Islanders got a new arena at that same time, UBS, and it was a month or two. They had some
they
massive
were on the road
trip.
And I think they also were still at Barclays Center for a little bit or something. There was some weird stuff going on with them, but they couldn't play in it until December or something.
Yeah, it was a really long start to the season for them. In some ways that was also the start of the Islanders kind of being bad. It's tough to build arenas. And they are finding that out in Milan with the Santa Giulia ice hockey arena being built just outside Milan. They are quite a bit behind in construction.
And we've known that they were behind for a while. And at first it was, we're postponing the tournament that was supposed to be a break-in event. But now it's substantially more behind.
Well, so it's kind of funny because back in 2023, Gary Bettman was raising the alarm. They actually haven't even started working on building the arena yet, right? And people were like, it's fine. That's just how the Olympics goes.
And, this is just Gary Bettman already looking for an out on the promise he made that players could go to the Olympics.
Yes, absolutely right. So, but as we've gotten closer, there have been more red flags as to the arena. Yes, they were supposed to have a test event in December. This has now been, that event they had to reschedule that one, and won't be able to test the building until they think mid-January.
Seems fine. No concerns there at all.
And there is evidently the IOC and the IHF and the NHL, they got together at some meeting, and they basically decided there was going to be no plan B. So if the rink is not ready, I mean, there's no choice. They have to get the rink ready in some form. The women's ice hockey tournament does start a week before the men's. So as always, the women are going to get to test it, as it were.
Love that for them.
I'm not worried about there not being a rink to play on. I'm worried about the fact that apparently, like, there's no practice rink right now. Like, they might not have anywhere to practice.
That's fine. Olympic teams don't need any time to practice together or anything like that.
Yeah, or like I think that the first time they actually get 16,000 people in this building, like all of the toilets will explode.
Yeah, the ice is going to melt because like the refrigeration system isn't cut out for dealing with that much thermal load. Yeah, it's just going to be it's going to be hilarious. I'm really looking forward to like hearing about like all of the locker rooms smelling like paint. That should be that's better than like raw sewage, I guess.
Yeah. And heck, locker rooms smelling like paint, that's practically an NHL tradition. That's just what you do to mess with your opponents.
Also, still probably an improvement on like general hockey locker room stench.
Well, NHL locker rooms aren't supposed to stink because they have the nice equipment that like kills the bacteria. With gas,
that's fair. That's fair.
Any time you like hit like a junior level rink or something, though, that's bad. Right. I love this. Oh man. Oh, they're gonna like people are gonna be like not gonna be able to get popcorn at the concessions.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to get anything. They're gonna be like, look, guys, we finished construction on this yesterday. There is no concession stand. Like, you can drink out of the sink in the bathroom if you're lucky.
Quote, Francisi admitted there is, quote, no precise date, unquote, for the venue to be handed over to local organizers, but he is confident, quote, for the moment, end quote, that it will be ready for the Olympics.
That doesn't make me feel confident.
I mean, what can you say? It's the Olympics. Every Olympics has to be something of a shit show.
That's true.
So I think that is traditional.
This is why there's so much pressure to be like, we should have 4 designated locations that just host the Olympics for the rest of time, because then they can have the infrastructure and maintain the infrastructure and not have shit like this happen.
Yeah, I'm definitely in favor of just having the Olympics rotate between, you know, the facilities they're going to build in Utah and then like some European rink or some European spot in some place in like Asia or whatever.
Yeah, just give like each region of the world, or give Australia a Summer Olympics setup and like.
Yeah, I mean, I really think it actually makes a lot more sense for the Winter Olympics to just rotate between like 4 locations, because like Winter Olympics are the smaller, although I feel strongly the superior Olympics.
There are some really good things in the Winter Olympics.
I love the Winter Olympics. I take the Winter Olympics over the Summer Olympics all day long. But because of climate change, it's much more difficult to find suitable venues for the Winter Olympics.
Yes. All of the skiing, snowboarding, all of that stuff is so hard.
Yeah. So I just think that just put it all, you know, Utah, whatever, somewhere in Canada, put it back in Vancouver. I don't care. But just rotate it and then just reuse the infrastructure and maybe stop making it a shit show every 4 years. The big news that we got today was Pete DeBoer, who is an assistant coach for Canada, went on the Kipper and Bourne podcast, and he like casually mentioned that apparently the rink in Milan, which was supposed to be built to NHL standards, is actually going to be 3 or 4 feet too short, like shorter.
Did we get that it's just shorter? Is it also narrower?
So the Chris Johnson and Michael Russo apparently followed up on this report, like with The Athletic. Big thanks to CJ and Russo. And they said, the International Ice Hockey Federation, this is a quote from their article, approved a 60-meter by 26-meter sheet of ice, which is 196.85 feet by 85.3 feet in Milan. A source familiar with the decision tells The Athletic, which is more than 3 feet shorter and only a hair wider than the 200-foot by 85-foot dimensions required under NHL rules. So 196.85 feet long, that is the international ice hockey length.
Okay.
So they're basically going to play an international width by an international length by an NHL width.
This is some real college hockey shit right here. Since apparently college hockey, the rules are just out the window. And it's like, make it a rink that has 2 nets.
Oh, yeah. College hockey is so fun because they'll just play on any ice at all. It doesn't have to be.
There are some insane rink dimensions in the NCAA. Mm-hmm. This is going to be great for... See, this is why they need to bring Macklin Celebrini and all of these college kids, because they're going to be like, we're actually so good with weird dimensioned ice.
Yes, I was looking this up, and this is not news for anybody who reads our Discord, but I was looking up like NHL rink dimensions in the last few games. And in 2022, which they thought NHL players were going to go to in Beijing, they did build NHL-sized rinks, 200 feet long by 85 feet wide. But 2018 and 2014, they used that IIHF, that international-sized rink, so 196.85 by 98.43. And if you think those are weird numbers, it's because they're 60 meters by 30 meters. We've got a real imperial metric divide here. And then in 2010, that was the Vancouver Olympics, and they were like, fuck no, we're not going to build a bunch of new facilities, and we're not going to renovate. It was in Rogers. We're not going to renovate. We're just going to use the NHL ice. So they played on NHL ice in an NHL facility in 2010. Before that was Turin. The Torino Olympics. I couldn't find anything on that rink size, but I bet it was the international size.
I would assume international.
And then I couldn't find like a great source on the 2002 one in Utah, but I did find a very suspicious like HF Boards post that said that that it was like a 200 feet long, but it was like a weird in-between width, that it was like 95 or 96 feet wide.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird. I would have expected them to just go NHL size.
I mean, I don't know. I think they built that. I think they built that arena for
the Olympics, but
for the Olympics, and I think that they had been doing like, they probably wanted to do the international size, but then it came out weird. I don't know. Weird stuff.
Look, the unit conversion, even NASA screws that up every now and then, so...
That's right. This is just a unit conversion problem, the whole thing. I do, like, at first when I saw this news today, I was like, no, that can't possibly be the case. Like, they wouldn't allow that, right? And then the more I looked into it, the more I was like, oh, this is actually kind of not a big deal. Like, like the media is making a lot out of this, but I don't think it's going to like dramatically affect the quality of the games or anything. I think it's just kind of funny and quirky.
Yeah, somebody was like, oh man, I can't wait to see all of these players like running into the boards because they didn't expect them to be there. But I don't think it's going to matter that much.
Like, I could definitely see a couple of players like in like not quite turn in time because they're just not thinking about it, and it's not going to be a big, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. It could add some comedy. The fact that the rink is just a tiny bit smaller, like that could have real effect on play. Especially with like such a tight, it's going to be a very tightly checked game. You know, we saw that in Four Nations. Mm. There's going to be like defense is going to be king. Especially on slightly smaller ice. Defense is going to be king. Yeah. And so I don't know. I mean, I almost kind of like with the super wide international rinks, there's more room in transition. Yeah. It's tougher to defend the rush. And you're wider, you can get out wider when you're cycling. Like, so that probably does like make it a more interesting offensive game. And this might just kind of nerf the offense a little bit. I would not be surprised to see that. I wonder if this, since they still have, I think they have until New Year's Eve or New Year's Day to finalize rosters. I wonder if this impacts roster decisions at all. Like, do you want guys you know can stick handle in close and guys who work well in tight spaces rather than guys whose games are more built on finding space and speed and things like that? Or are you just like, we're Canada, we're fucking bringing like the Four Nations team minus Sam Bennett or whatever it is they're doing? I don't know. I do think I did see somewhere that basically said this is like, well, now they have to bring Tom Wilson because the rink is smaller. And I was like, okay. Yeah, okay, great. So Tom Wilson can get his ass kicked out of the Olympics in the like play-in game against Latvia because he hit somebody in the head? Like, okay, man, if you want to waste a roster spot on that, go for it. But wouldn't be my choice. It would be very funny if somebody got kicked out, like truly ejected from the tournament, not just from the game, because they forgot they weren't playing an NHL game. Because IHF is way stricter about a lot of the checking rules and fighting. I mean, it is. I don't expect there to be fights. People are gonna go in and they're gonna like not Canada, real fights. There might be some shenanigans. I mean, they're gonna go in knowing that if they get into a gloves off fight, they're gonna get ejected. Like they're gonna go in knowing that. But I do expect the games to be quite chippy. I do expect them to be very violent in like just like the very, very physical, the checking and the physical sense. And the fact is that like half the refs are gonna be NHL referees, and they're gonna referee like it's an NHL game in many ways. Yeah, that's the thing, is seeing if NHL refs can follow IIHF rules, given that they half the time can't manage to enforce NHL rules. I think it's gonna be wacky. I also think it's gonna be inconsistent in terms of like what they call and what they don't. From game to game, depending upon which referees are on the ice. Yeah, I cannot wait to see the like scouting the refs reports. I'm like, oh, this game is primarily Euro refs and this one's primarily NHL refs, and let's see how that goes. Yeah, that's like, well, yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I'm super looking forward to the Olympics this year. I'm really, really looking forward to the Women's Olympics. Yes, I'm so excited. This is going to be the first time I've watched a Olympics with women's competition, actually knowing who the players are. Yeah. That is going to be exciting.
Yeah, I used to know like the big names on the national team, like on the US and Canadian national team, but now I definitely know a lot more players across more teams, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting, I think, watching Czechia, because I do know quite a few of the Czech players now, and I have like real opinions about them and the coaching, and it's going to be cool to watch like Germany and Switzerland and just all of these teams that I have not known anything about, and not just the USA and Canada. So
yeah,
I think that is kind of part of the point of the PWHL, is to bring those teams more into the spotlight and grow the game internationally, as well as just for Canada and the US. So
yeah, I'm excited. I love the Olympics. I'm so excited, even though it's going to be an absolute cluster.
It's going to be awesome. So, all right. With that, why don't we take it to break? All right, so you can follow us on Bluesky at Neutral Zone Hotel, all one word. You can join our Discord at neutralzonehotel.com/Discord if you want to hang out with us, talk hockey, or just like post pictures of your pets. We'd love that. If you like this episode, please rate us 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice. We're also available on YouTube at Neutral Zone Hotel. Smash that like button, subscribe, leave comments. You can also send comments to feedback@neutralzonehotel.com or our Discord. And we will be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. We are going to chat a bit about the PWHL. It has now begun play. I think that the beginning of this season is a real testament to the fact that you play the game on the ice and not on paper.
That is so real.
What do you think about the start of the PWHL season, Emily?
For one, I'm really happy that it's back. But I am kind of surprised. I feel like both Vancouver and Seattle coming into the season were hyped up as like, these teams are going to be so good. Like, are these teams going to come in their first year and like absolutely dominate? And the answer to that, at least after opening weekend, is no.
Yeah. And I think that the fact that training camp was less than a week long, I think that's a really important data point.
Yeah.
Vancouver and Seattle, they got a tremendous amount of talent on their rosters, and those people have never played together at all.
So it'll be interesting to see if they start clicking more in 2 or 3 weeks when they've had time to actually build chemistry and develop systems and everything. Because the rest of these teams have new faces, obviously, but they still have their core and they have
most of the same coaching,
an understanding of the systems they're playing. They have coaches they're used to and everything. So they just had to slot new people in as opposed to starting from scratch.
Yeah, absolutely. So after most teams have played 2 games, a couple of teams have played 3. Boston Fleet is the only undefeated team. I'm sure we saw that totally coming after they lose Hillary Knight.
Absolutely, yes, definitely.
The Sirens are off to a very good start. They have won 2, lost 1. The Frost Drop,
which is again a surprise.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it should be. I mean, although, okay. So the Sirens are such an interesting team because they did turn over so much of the roster, and you would think that they would actually have had a lot of the same problems that Seattle and Vancouver have had because they really haven't played together much at all.
Yeah.
And they have not. They have been quite good. They have gotten some really great performances out of their new their top draft picks as well. So, I think they're going to be good this year. I don't think they're going to finish last in the league again.
Yeah. And I guess they were kind of underperforming where everyone expected them to be.
Yes.
So I guess it's not crazy to see them actually be good as opposed to kind of struggling, which they maybe shouldn't have been previously.
Yeah, I mean, I think that first year, their coaching was absolutely atrocious.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
The second, I am honestly not sure what the problem was. The team just did not gel at all. Very odd. I heard a lot of weird rumors, but nothing that I would want to repeat out loud. So
fair.
I don't know what the deal was with the Sirens last year, how they could have a genuine superstar in Sarah Fillier and have done so poorly. Also, I would like to take issue with anybody who doesn't think that Sarah Fillier is like a marketable player for that market. She's incredible. Her face should be on every billboard in New York if they really want to make some strides in that market.
Absolutely.
The Frost seem to have rebuilt their defense quite competently. And they still have a tremendous forward group that they can kind of float on.
Yeah.
Yep. The Victoire. Yeah. So the Frost, the Victoire, the Charge, and the Scepters are all kind of in the same spot.
Yep.
And then down at the bottom we have the Goldeneyes and the Torrent, and the Torrent are the only team to have not won a game yet. I am hoping that by the time you all hear this, that will have changed. They do play Wednesday night. I will be at that game, and I am hoping for a game that is less depressing than that home opener.
That was such a heartbreaker, especially with the turnout and the passion. Like, people were so ready for that game, and it did not go the way they wanted it to.
Oh, it was such a stinker. At some point during the game, I said, this feels a lot like a Kraken game, and the women next to me laughed and agreed, and that we were not being complimentary. It was brutal. Just a huge stinker. But they did dang near fill the arena, 16,014 people for the Seattle home opener. Pretty much they sold everything but like the kind of the weird seats up in the upper corners.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And people were hyped. People were still really excited. Nobody left. Even, in the back half of the third.
Good.
Everybody stayed in their seats. They stuck it out through getting shut out. It was pretty sweet. So, and I got the beginning of the game, I was like all super emotional because I was like, they're here. It's here, our own team. And I can actually afford tickets to this one.
Love that.
And so I was kind of tearing up. And then at the end of the game, I was just so angry. I was like, are you kidding me? But then, so that was the day after Thanksgiving, and the Torrent played the matinee game. And they left the windows open in the arena. I don't know if you have ever seen that. You probably haven't ever been inside it.
I haven't been in, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah,
because they're like below grade, but there's like the big concourse.
Yes, so the vast majority of the arena is underground. And if you and there are giant windows on one side of it. And typically, like there's a blind system, so you can close the arenas and make it the window and make it totally dark. They left the windows open the entire game.
That feels like a disadvantage for whoever's going into the sun 2 periods.
I don't think there was any glare.
Okay.
I didn't notice any, so I sort of face the windows. So,
and I guess it depends on like what direction the windows face and everything, but
yeah, definitely. So you can actually, like, if you walk around the arena, and you can walk entirely around it, it's all pedestrianized around it.
Yeah.
And then there's like a tunnel so you can drive semi trucks underneath the arena to the parking facilities there.
Wow.
It has you can fill, like, there's a ton of space. I've never been down there because it's like private and like it's all backstage, as it were. But you can walk to that area and you can like just look in the windows and down to the ice surface.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a beautiful arena. I really recommend attending an event there. Go see the plant wall. It's really lovely. It's a cool place. So, and the roof is super weird. It has a historic roof.
Okay.
It was like Seattle is one of those places that has like overzealous historical preservation.
Like building,
yeah. And so they designated the roof,
but not the rest of the structure,
as a historic landmark, but not the rest of it was just the roof. So when they rebuilt the arena, they jacked up the roof and they basically like took it off the building. And then they demolished the entire building underneath it. And then they dug down several stories. So it was basically a giant pit with some pillars coming up that supported a roof. Then they rebuilt the arena underneath it. And then they lowered the roof back on it.
That is bonkers.
It is bonkers. It's totally bonkers to see, like, just like they shot a little documentary about the construction. I was like, are you kidding me?
I mean, that sounds kind of cool. Like, I would probably watch that, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Very, very wild construction. So I'm really excited for the Wednesday game. To my knowledge, they haven't sold the upper bowl, but I expect they've been doing fine selling the lower bowl. So
yeah,
hopefully it's not going to be 16,000 people. Hopefully it'll be like 8 or something.
Weeknight games are just harder for people. Like,
oh yeah, that's a freaking Wednesday.
School and jobs and things, like, I don't know about other people, but like I can't be out until like 10 or 11 on a weeknight. I have bedtime.
No, it's going to be Thursday morning is going to be rough for me. So it's like by the time I like light rail all the way home, it's going to be pretty late. So
yeah.
But yeah, 16,000. And then for Vancouver, they filled the Pacific Coliseum, 14,958. That was a sellout for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was super good. Minnesota did very well with their home opener, 9,138. That's quite good as far as their historic attendance numbers go. Fourth was Montreal with 8,392. Fifth, Toronto, 8,277. Sixth was Ottawa with 7,371.
That's got to be pretty close to their capacity, right?
Yeah, I think they have like an 8,000 seat arena.
Okay,
it is,
yeah.
But I'm not totally sure of the exact number. That is quite close to their capacity, yes. Boston, 5,166. And then New York, 3,517. So the New York continues to be kind of the just redheaded stepchild of the PWHL attendance numbers.
Yeah, they are struggling.
Yes. I really hope that just having the team be good this year will hopefully pick that up.
So I looked up, and the capacity at Agganis Arena, where Boston is playing, is 6,150.
They're not playing all their games at Agganis. Like, did they play their home opener at Agganis, or did they play it at their Lowell, in Lowell?
Isn't Agganis the one in Lowell? Am I making that up? Oh, no.
Agganis is the one in Boston.
Right, yes. What is...
I think they play at Agganis tomorrow?
Yeah. Lowell... Oh, no, that's a concert venue. I don't know. I was trying to figure out how close to capacity they were, just because I know people have been vocal about how Lowell is not in Boston, and it's a hike for people who are in Boston, and that makes it a pain to go to games out there.
Yeah, I think they would do better if they were in Agganis, like, the whole season, but...
Yeah. Okay, so have they been playing at Songus at UMass Lowell? Is that where they've been playing? Okay, so yeah, that capacity for that is 6,500. So, I mean, not terrible for that capacity.
That's pretty good. 5,000 out of a
6,500, yeah.
500, yeah, not bad. It's going to be really interesting to see. They just announced a game at TD Garden.
Yeah.
And I hope that they fill up that arena. That would be pretty great.
I think that's going to get a crowd. I don't know that they're getting 16,000, but I would hope they're getting like 11 or 12.
I mean, imagine, like, I can't believe that Boston is a weaker hockey market for women's hockey than Seattle.
I mean, I would hope it's not. There's so much other hockey in Boston would be my only concern.
Yeah.
Like, they've got a bunch of good college hockey, and they've got the Bruins and everything, and I just don't know if that will make an impact. I hope they sell it out.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of hockey in Seattle, but there's also more to the point. I think Seattle might be a stronger women's sports market.
Yeah.
Than Boston is.
And yeah, I think Boston is the better hockey market, but Seattle is the better women's sports. And I don't know which of those wins. I guess we'll find out in April.
We will. I think I would rather be the better women's sports market, because I think that reaches more people. More people who are underserved by existing hockey as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that is going to be super interesting to see how it comes out.
That'd be a fun one. Do we know if the Bruins, I feel like that would be a fun way to do a doubleheader, do like a matinee and an evening game.
What? So it's going to be April 11.
Yeah.
Quite late.
But that gives people a bunch of time to plan to go to the game, which I feel like is nice, because when they did the takeover tour, they were like, we're announcing it Monday, tickets go on sale Thursday. And, like, the games aren't until January. Like, the two Denver takeover games are January and March. So, like, obviously there's time to plan. But I was like, if I don't buy tickets the day they go on sale, I might not get tickets. So I'm just, like, making an educated guess about which of my friends I can drag with me in buying tickets.
Yeah, for sure. The Bruins do play April 11.
Is it at home, though?
Lightning at Bruins, and they are the matinee.
So that has some potential.
Yeah, it looks like this will be a doubleheader. 12:30 p.m.
I feel like you could get some people to stick around.
7 p.m. 12:30 to 7. That is a tough...
Yeah, I guess you have to go find somewhere to get dinner and then come back.
Yeah, you definitely, so it's like, okay, 12:30 Bruins game.
So game's probably over 3:30.
Weird to, like, hang out, do something, get dinner, come back for 7 and see the Fleet.
Yeah.
It'd be
I guess for like
situation.
ice condition reasons, you can't just really like truly back to back it. But
Yes, you can. Just throw the Zamboni out there, give it a couple passes, you're fine. Pick up the trash. It's all good.
Yeah.
That should be fun though. I hope some people do the double header. I think that would be great.
I would do the double header. I would for sure do the double header.
I don't have any other topics.
Yep, neither do I. It has been a very slow week.
It has. I almost feel bad, like, saying, like, oh, yeah, we got some more weird off-ice injuries. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
I think the lesson we've learned from this is that NHL players simply cannot be trusted in and around kitchens and possibly just dining in general.
Yeah. That's true. Like, how does one suffer scalding burns to your legs in a home accident? Did he drop the pasta water on himself?
See, that I've seen either it was a deep frying a turkey gone wrong, or it was screwing up pasta and spilling boiling water.
I deeply hope it was the pasta water and not the turkey frying, because oh my god. The oil, it's like, it doesn't come off.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I guess people were saying that, like, the reason he's probably out as long as he is you don't want to put gross hockey pads on open burn wounds, because that's how you get horrific infections.
Yes. So, we are by the way talking about Alexey Toropchenko, who suffered burns in a home accident, is considered week to week. Poor guy. And absolutely, you definitely don't want to put any fabric on that. Like, he's going to be rocking shorts in this winter for a few weeks. So.
Poor buddy.
Brutal. Everybody, as you are going to fry your turkeys this Christmas, and I can recommend it. Like, I have had a lot of fried turkeys, and they are delicious. Do take precautions.
Yeah, make sure it's dry and thawed, and that you didn't put more oil in your vessel than will fit once the turkey is submerged.
Yes. So what you do is you put your turkey in the pot while it is empty, and then you fill it with water, and you put the water to just above the level of the turkey legs, and then you make a really nice mark with some kind of Sharpie, so it's very visible, and then you take your turkey out, and you do whatever you want to do to it, and then you empty the water, and then when you put the oil. So you take the turkey out, and then the water goes down to a level, and that's where you make your mark. See, I'm fucking up this explanation. Thank you. I'm sorry. I haven't watched my dad do this in a while.
So this is a hockey podcast and not a cooking podcast, folks?
That's right. I should not be in charge of any cooking podcasts. Right. Okay, so you take your turkey out, and then the water level goes down, then you make your mark, and that's what you filled the oil level to. And then you heat up your oil. And do not do it on a wooden deck. Don't do it on a wooden deck.
Don't do it close to your house.
Yeah, make sure, like, don't burn your house down, don't spill the oil everywhere, and recycle your cooking oil. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, that's it. That's what I got. Safety tips from SJ. There is a very funny Good Eats video where Alton Brown builds a turkey derrick. It is like constructed of like a ladder and like pulleys and stuff, so you can like remotely lower the turkey into the oil.
That is incredible.
It's completely unnecessary, but very funny. I do recommend the turkey derrick Alton Brown video. So
that sounds so much better. I have just seen the random regional fire department puts together their here's how to not burn down your house doing this on Thanksgiving. And so they've got the here's what happens if you do it too close to your house, and massive fireball and burns the structure down. And which is a different kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, one thing. So my oldest brother, he used to fry multiple turkeys at tailgating football games.
That feels like a hazard.
I mean, I think it's actually fine because you're on cement.
I'm mostly concerned about the number of drunk people.
Okay, well, you do have to fend up. Don't fry your turkey while drunk. There's a 1 beer limit for the primary fryer, whoever's in charge. That feels like a good limit. You can sip the beer. See, we're just going to continue doing this for the next 20 minutes. No. We should end the show.
You have to finish the story, though.
No, that's the whole story. He was just really good at it. Apparently, it was incredible. He got a lot of, made a lot of friends that way. So
I love that for him.
I know, right? Live your best life out there. Tailgating and turkey frying. All right, you have been listening to the Neutral Zone Hotel, which is written, hosted, and produced by the Neutral Zone Hotel crew, that is us. You can find out more at neutralzonehotel.com. Huge thanks to Emily Mowbray, who designed our fabulous logo. You can follow us on Bluesky at Neutral Zone Hotel or email us at feedback@neutralzonehotel.com. You can join our Discord at neutralzonehotel.com/Discord. And if you like this episode, please rate us 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice, or click the like button if you're listening on YouTube. Thank you for listening.